Can go first.
Hi, everybody. It is, I would say, great to see you, but we're not sharing our videos, which always makes me a little bit sad because I love seeing people's faces and I love to chat and get to know you. So I'm going to be the first one to admit that this just feels a little bit different this semester. As you can see, I'm in my office at work on the traditional lands of the Tecumloops to Secwepemc within Secwepemcúlecw. It is quiet on campus. So again, it feels a little bit different because I usually love all the energy that the first week of back to school brings. Um, but I am happy to chat with you today about some of the services available to you as students. And we are here to support you, whether it's face-to-face or whether it's online. So really want to emphasize that. And Nasli, I'm also really happy to just kind of stop anytime and answer a question as it comes up or at the end, whichever works. So please don't hesitate to ask your questions because that is what we are here for today. I'm going to run through the Writing Center services, talk a little bit about student success, and introduce you to our website and the resources available to you there as well. I'm also going to share my screen and I created some videos. I'd love your feedback on them. I'm just trying to kind of figure out how to get information to students in, maybe the easiest way. So I tried a few videos. Again, really open to your feedback about, is the information clear and useful. So we're going to start with me sharing my screen. Nasli, can you see my screen okay?
Yep, that's perfect.
Okay, perfect. So I'll just come over here and okay, I have to say it's like super awkward for me to watch these videos back. So I'm gonna look away while I play these videos for you.
We can't hear the sound, Jenna.
Okay, let's see.
There should be like on the top, should be like there's a toolbar and it has include audio sharing, I guess. No, when you share your screen, if you just
So I'm not muted.
maybe stop the sharing and start it again, just because
Sure.
as soon as you start sharing, there's a small toolbar on the top of the screen, which has should be saying include system audio, something like that.
There we go. Oh, you are awesome, Nasli. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, let's try this again.
Hello,
How's
my
that?
name is Jenna Goddard.
Perfect.
I'm the Center Coordinator at Thompson Rivers University, which is situated on the traditional lands of the Tecumloops to Secwepemc within Secwepemcúlecw. Today, I'm excited to talk to you about how the Writing Center can support your writing and research. A few things I'd like you to consider. First, academic writing is discipline specific. So what constitutes good academic writing in your biology lab might look a little bit different in your philosophy class. Also, academic writing is culturally specific. So again, what constitutes good academic writing in an English-speaking North American university doesn't necessarily look the same in other languages or other countries. And finally, writing is a learned process, so you can go ahead and take some pressure off yourself. Adopt a growth mindset and realize that you can build your skills and become a better writer. We're offering virtual synchronous and asynchronous tutoring appointments. Okay, so what does that actually mean? Synchronous appointments means that tutors and students video chat in real time about the student's essay, while asynchronous appointments means that a tutor will give written feedback on a piece of writing at a later date. I often have to clarify what we can help you with in the Writing Center and what we can't do. We offer support with anything writing related. This might be a group project or giving a presentation, in addition to interpreting your assignment, finding resources to support your arguments, structuring your paper, and understanding citation styles like APA, MLA, or CSE. However, we can't fix all your errors. We really want to teach you about writing so that you can build your own writing skills. To book your appointment, come find us in Old Main 1411. We'll be open Monday to Friday from 10 to 2 to answer your questions, or you can just search for the Writing Center on the TRU website. For more writing tips, you can follow us on social media. We have an Instagram account, Facebook, we've got a blog, we've got some YouTube videos that are fun, and we really look forward to helping you become a better, more confident writer.
Okay. So maybe I'll just stop sharing my screen for a moment to talk a little bit more about some of the information in that video and maybe take questions if there are any. Neslie, any questions in the chat?
No questions so far.
Okay. So again, the typical Writing Center appointment is, that face-to-face session with a peer tutor. So what we are offering in place of that are asynchronous and synchronous appointments. And this is just language that might be familiar or it might not be, and that's okay. It probably will become more familiar over the semester because I think you'll start to hear it a lot in your classes. So just to clarify, an asynchronous appointment is the kind where you can upload your essay or your paper or whatever piece of writing it is you'd like some help with to the appointment, and then a tutor will provide some written feedback and then re-upload it. So you're not actually chatting with a tutor, and all of the introverts are out there are like, hallelujah, I don't want to talk to anyone. So if that is the kind of feedback you're looking for, we can offer that support. But we are also offering synchronous sessions. And these are really great if you maybe get your assignment and you're feeling a little bit confused as to, how do I even get started? Or maybe you want someone to explain to you something like APA citation, or maybe you just want to talk something through and have a brainstorming session. You might want to think about booking a synchronous appointment. So this means you'll be meeting virtually with a tutor and you can have a conversation. You can both take a look at your essay. You can both have input on your paper or have a brainstorming session. So those are the two options that we are offering. In the video, you might have also noticed that we are open. So our door is open for you. If you are on campus and you just want to pop in and ask a question, or if you need help getting registered or booking an appointment, then you can certainly come to the Writing Center, which is in Old Main 1411. And me, for one, would love if you did, because I'm desperately missing students and faces, and it's great to be able to chat kind of face to face, but safely. We have barriers up, we've got masks and hand sanitizers, so kind of according to your comfort level. Yeah, we're really happy to support. I'm going to go ahead. Oh, I see in the chat coming up. I see. Oh, well, thank you, Melina. I'm glad that video was informative. I'm actually going to play another super quick one just to walk you through the process of booking an appointment. And then I'm going to walk you through our website and sorry, I'm a really bad multitasker. Oh, and some resources for you. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and play another quick video for you.
Hello, my name is Jenna Goddard, and I'm the writing.
That's too, sorry, I'll quickly go here.
I'm the Writing Center Coordinator at Thompson Rivers University, which is situated on the traditional lands of the Tecumseh within Secwepemcúlecw. Today, I'm going to walk you through how to actually book an appointment with the Writing Center tutors. So I'll go ahead and share my screen with you. So again, you can either come and visit us in Old Main 1411, Monday to Friday, 10 to 2, and we can walk you through this process. Or you can simply search for the Writing Center on the TRU website. When you get to our page, scroll down, all that fascinating COVID information, and then click on Book an Appointment. You'll only need to create an account with the Writing Center one time. So after that, you can just skip ahead to step 2, which is book an appointment. You'll put in your email and your password, and then select the schedule that you want and click Login. So this brings you to our schedule. You'll see the tutors that are available along the left and the times that they're available along the top. So what you're looking for is a white box. Those are the available appointments. Make sure that you are booking an asynchronous or synchronous appointment according to which you prefer. So if you're booking an asynchronous appointment, okay, make sure that's selected, and then you're going to be prompted to fill in a little bit of information, like what course are you in, what you'd like to work on, and when your assignment is due. Then you'll have the opportunity to upload your essay and the assignment instructions, and this just gives the tutor the opportunity to indicate if you're on the right track or not. Then you'll hit Create Appointment. If you're booking a synchronous appointment, which again means you're going to be talking to a tutor in real time, make sure that you select that option. Again, fill out the information about your appointment, but you don't need to upload your paper yet. You're simply going to click Create Appointment. Then, when your appointment is scheduled, you'll click this link, Connect to Synchronous Appointment. Sometimes it takes a little bit to load. Sometimes there's issues with Chrome, so we often indicate that you should use Firefox. So here is where, oh, no, there I am, hello. So you can video chat with your tutor and you can use the audio on your computer, or if that makes you supremely uncomfortable, then you can simply use the chat box over here. But this is where you can upload your paper and then you and the tutor will both be working on it at the same time. And what's great about this is that your changes that you make to the paper are saved automatically to the appointment box. So you can go back in and you can access your appointment and the changes that you've made to your draft at any time. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, like our Facebook page, check out our writing blog, or you can check out our fun videos on YouTube. We look forward to helping you become a better, more confident writer.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and stop sharing for a moment just to see if there are any questions. Again, I realize that's a lot of information for you. This is your first week. I don't want to overwhelm you with information, just kind of want to walk you through the basics and point out where you can access this at a later time if you need another refresher. A total aside about creating these videos, I was trying to think, okay, how can I get this information to students in a way that's kind of simple, and I landed on the video, so I learned how to make those. But I would be making these videos from home, and I was so, I'm not used to having to put on makeup and professional clothes again. And it was quite a shock to have to do that. And I was in my bedroom with like my closet as the background. And then my husband would sometimes come in and open the closet. I'm like, hey, I'm filming here. And my son was like using his nightlight to shine on my face so that you could actually see me. It was quite the production there. So I'm going to quickly take a look at the chat. See. Michelle, oh, thank you. It's 5:44 a.m. in New Zealand. Hi, Michelle. I am so excited that you're feeling excited about writing. I think that sometimes students feel maybe nervous and sometimes vulnerable when it comes to writing, and they have this like expectation that maybe they should already know these things when they come to university. Please let that go. This is where you learn about academic writing, and it is a process. So please take that pressure off yourself. Do not feel like you have to already have all the answers or be an expert writer. You will become a better and better writer as a student, and you'll really notice a progression, especially if you're doing things like coming and meeting with tutors and improving your practice. So thanks for that comment, Michelle. I have to say that I would not have the energy at 5:44 a.m. So I'm thankful it is later in the morning for me. I'm going to share my screen one more time and just walk you through our website so that you'll be able to understand where the resources are located if you need them at a later date. So when you go to the TRU website and then search for, I'll just do this again just to make sure, search for the Writing Center. It will bring you to webpage, and we are the first link. So you can go ahead and click on that. And again, you'll see all of these student services websites look quite similar in that the COVID information is there. So again, a little bit more information about the kinds of appointments. There are those 2 videos that I just shared with you. But if you look along the left-hand side, this is a great way to navigate the TRU website is by using the links along the left. So again, booking an appointment is pretty simple. You'll just see the button there or along the left. We've got specific resources for graduate students and for undergraduate students. Support for those of you enrolled in online courses. But what I'm going to do is show you 2 pages that I think that you should be familiar with. And one of them is Meet the Tutors. So we have all the information outside the Writing Center physically, but if you'd like to maybe book with a tutor who might be more familiar with your background, you know, all of our tutors can support you kind of generally with academic writing, but sometimes students are looking for more specific feedback. So maybe you're in a social work program, or maybe you need information about MLA citation. So then you could go and take a look at our tutors' specialties. And I'm going to highlight one particular tutor right here who you might be familiar with. Nasli is actually a tutor with the Writing Center. We're very lucky to have her. So if you're looking for help with understanding APA citation or research or thesis development, anything to do with business writing, Nasli could be your go-to. So that's just a way to kind of get to know our tutors a little bit more. So when you book your appointment, you can book with a specific tutor. I am also going to show you some resources quickly. So if you are the kind of person who prefers to read and likes handouts, we have a ton of those. If you go to our undergraduate resources, we have a lot around essay structure. So you might get an assignment that where your instructor wants you to write, I don't know, maybe a literature review. And you're like, what does that look like? I've never seen a literature review. Well, we have templates to help you get started around lots of different kinds of writing assignments. And also at different stages. So if you're in the early stages, just planning or brainstorming, then you can take a look at those resources. Lots of other resources, not just writing related, but also in terms of giving presentations, studying. I teach student success courses, so there are lots of study skills resources as well. If you want to brush up on your grammar and punctuation, which I highly recommend to everybody because it's kind of my jam, you can check those out. And then again, we have a ton of videos. I worked a lot on creating videos, so you're going to be real sick of my face. I know I am. But this one in particular, if you check out the Introduction to Academic Writing, again, writing sometimes can feel a little bit scary, a little bit overwhelming, and the expectations are specific to culture. So particularly for international students or new to TRU students, this just introduces you to kind of the expectations around what it looks like in this specific culture. It's not to say it's the only way to write. There are so many different legit ways of writing. So this will just kind of contextualize it for you. We've got some study strategies, around time management. So I really encourage you to come check these out. Another one that might be really useful for new to TRU students is understanding academic integrity. You might have heard these words, you might not. You probably will in your first week or two. So understanding what it looks like again in this context and how to avoid issues with plagiarism is going to be really important for you. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen. So that's just a little bit about the resources that are available to you. I'm going to put my information in the chat box. If you have any questions around, writing, questions around studying, I'm really happy to connect with you that way. So I'm going to put my email into the chat box for you. Nasli, any other questions?
Thank you so much, Jenna, for the great information. It was awesome.
Sorry to interrupt, Jenna and Nasli. It's Julie.
Hi, Julie.
Elizabeth was having some technology problems with MS, and she was going to just talk about supplemental learning for a bit. Jenna, would you be able to maybe speak to supplemental a little bit since you're pretty familiar with it?
Absolutely. Okay, I'm just putting in my information. So please reach out to J.E. Okay, so again, Elizabeth is the supplemental learning coordinator. So she's the person to reach out to. But a little bit about supplemental learning. These are leaders who they've been kind of connected to some of the most challenging courses on campus. And often these are science courses, I think some business courses, psychology, there's law. There's actually on their website a list of all the courses where there's a supplemental learning leader who can help you. So some people sometimes think about them as maybe like a TA, but supplemental learning leaders are different from a TA, but they can certainly help you with that specific course. They won't answer your questions. They will help you figure it out yourself. And I cannot stress how important that is. It's not super useful for you to just ask a question and have someone give you the answer. What is so useful is having someone guide you to you figuring that out. And that's what the leaders do. So they hold sessions. And if you are in a course that, again, has a leader connected, then they will reach out to you. They will be offering sessions, I believe, synchronously, but you might want to check on that. But I'm pretty sure that's what's happening virtually for students. So they will provide, just kind of extra study sessions around. So for example, if you're taking psychology, like a first year psychology class, it's a tough class. There's, tons of terminology to learn. And so they will help you study for the midterm and help you understand the material. They are experts when it comes to learning strategies. So how do you actually study for a test? Specifically in that case, a psychology test, or how do you kind of maybe understand the material differently. So I cannot stress this program enough. There have been some research studies recently that Elizabeth and Cindy did in terms of, when students attend these sessions, does it actually help? And the research shows, yes, it helps a lot. If you regularly go to an SL session, then your understanding of the material and your ability to perform on the tests actually increases. So they now have these studies to back that up. Let's see. So Julie's posted the information around supplemental learning and the courses there. Maybe I'll just take a moment to also chat about, because I was so excited to see Elizabeth's face today. She's a good dear friend of mine, and I haven't seen her face in several months. So we actually work together to provide yet another student service, and that's called peer academic coaches. Oh, I'm just seeing another question. I'm really sorry, Sujanya. I'm not able to answer that question. But if you, again, check out that link that Julie posted, you'll be able to see if there's an SL session for that particular class. I don't even know what PBD is.
Post-bac, sorry to interrupt, Jenna.
Okay.
Post-bac diploma and IB probably goes for international business. So there might be something.
Oh, perfect. Julie's just posted that list, so you'll be able to check that there. So the supplemental learning leaders, so typically they have a session where it's just one of them and then you and a bunch of your classmates together. So they facilitate sessions like that. But you can actually meet with a supplemental learning leader one-on-one, and we call them peer academic coaches. So because they are like these experts when it comes to, how do you study, how to manage your time, how to take notes for a specific course, how to take tests. I mean, tests are something that not a lot of people feel super pumped about. So you can actually meet one-on-one with one of these leaders, and it's not going to be available till about October. But if you're interested in this, there's a little bit more information on our website. I'll post that once I finish talking because I'm a terrible multitasker. Yeah, so you can meet one-on-one and get a little bit of specific feedback for those challenges that you might be encountering as a student. So maybe you're feeling like, I don't even know how to organize my schedule, or I don't know how to take notes in biology. It's just like too much information, or I don't know how to study for a test. So they'll be able to kind of listen to your own challenges and give you some one-on-one feedback. So that's just kind of a collaboration between supplemental learning and the Writing Center. Just looking for more questions. I think that's all I can kind of provide when it comes to supplemental learning. I hope that was useful.
Yeah.
And
thank you so much, Jenna, for that.
yeah.
Yes. The Math Help Center as well. Everybody has had trouble getting on apparently.
Well, let me talk about that. No, I'm just kidding. I'll talk about that.
Well, I can talk a little bit about it. So there is a Math Help Center available on campus as well. However, they are running sessions virtually at the moment through Moodle. So if you look up Mathematics and Statistics Help Center S201, we'll put this into the chat. You enter an enrollment key and then you go into the Moodle room, and then they're doing sessions through there for tutoring. So they have fall hours that they're offering it. It looks like every day they have sessions scheduled. And then there is also a link on this website as well for private tutors. So we will definitely link this page into the chat so that you can see when the sessions are taking place and how to access them. So the Math Help Center is a mix of students as well as some faculty that also help within the center to offer math support for those of you that may be in some courses that require math and you need a little bit of extra guidance. Nasli, did you?
Julie, you're, I guess, muted.
Oh, sorry. So I think that is the session for today. Thank you, Jenna, so much for providing information on SL as well. We're sorry that the other speakers did not show to be able to speak more to Math Help Center, but I just posted the link for the Math Help Center in the chat. So if you look at that page, it gives you the directions to the Moodle course, as well as the enrollment key for that, and then the hours that Math Help Center is available to help as well. And if you have any further questions at all about any of the services mentioned today, please send an email to studentlife@tru.ca. And we can help refer you to the appropriate areas where you would be able to find the support for a certain subject, or if it's writing, math, there's an economics help center as well. So we can try and direct you as well as we can if you send an email to that email address. And then Nasli, I'll let you close.